Nuke incoming!
When the night's gone still, see the shadows moving against my is breaking through the smoke once more. I'm not who I was when I marched off to war. I've seen things I shouldn't have seen, better left unseen. I've been to places, I've seen the faces, victims of the war machine. And we carry these scar wars. The battle still rages inside these walls. Scar wars. I hear the echoes when the darkness calls. The guns fell silent, but the memories roar. I'm still fighting yesterday's scar wars. Scar wars. Invisible wounds that nobody sees. Scar wars. They follow me home on every sleepless dream. The war is over, but my soul keeps score. I'm still living through these scar wars. Scar wars. Scar wars. Scar wars.
Show me your hand. Just for you, Rob. Just for you.
I love it, Jeff. How you doing, man?
Doing fantastic. Sunday night, baby.
Sunday fun day.
Hell yeah.
As you can see, I'm all ready for some fun.
We both are.
I wonder what they think. Are they digging the hat? You know, what? I don't know.
Yeah, I dig it.
I dig it. You know, I think it's a whole identity image thing, and I am working on that.
Yeah, we both have our hats on. Hello, ladies.
Yeah. It helps cover that male pattern baldness.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Ooh, Nixie said, nice lid. Hello, darling Nixie. And my undercover queen.
Yes, hello, harlot.
You know what? I just want to welcome you all to Outlaw Radio Show tonight. This is the flagship. This is the show to watch. You know why?
Why is that, Rev? Why, Rev?
Because I'm here.
Hell yeah, you are.
And you know why else? Because we got awesome people in the comments.
Yeah, we do.
We have a dedicated crew that is in the comments right now. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. But hey, this is where high culture meets absolute chaos.
Yes, it does.
Tonight, we're going to do a deep dive into the green-eyed monster itself. Envy on the altar in the dirt. And, it's all about, why do we want what others have and how it's breaking our minds,
Reverend, speaking of broken minds, we are dissecting the algorithmic epidemic known as TikTok brain rot.
Oh, yeah.
Are we losing our attention spans?
Yeah.
Or is it just the new normal?
I don't know. We're going to find out, though, when we get to that segment. But, the thing is, Jeff, wait a minute. We are balancing out. Okay, we're going to balance out the modern madness with a heavy dose of nostalgia tonight. Kind of go back to my hat days here, my little fedora that I got on. And
gonna be good.
We're going to have mind-bending 70s trivia to test your knowledge alongside with what?
A deep dive into legendary music producer Mark S. Berry, 36 gold, platinum albums, hundreds of Juno International Awards, TV, film, music, does everything. Worked with Joan Jett, Duran Duran, Billy Idol, Voivod. Was the inventor of dance music during the 70s with Kool and the Gang. Go on and on, man.
Celebration times. Come on.
Celebrate.
And have a good time.
And then we have Conspiracy 216, Johnny Rocker.
No shit.
Yeah, so we have two interviews tonight.
Ooh, I swore I got to stop that.
Yeah, and you know what? Tonight, I really don't care. So you might hear some fusty lugs and
some fossil vaults.
Fossil vaults.
It's
my favorite.
That is my favorite. And we were discussing what exactly a fossil vault is.
It's
right before we started the show. We were talking about what is exactly a fossil vault, and we have come down to a definition. But maybe I'll put it in the live comments because.
Yeah. I almost knocked my microphone on the floor again because I got so excited about Fossil Vault.
Well, fossil vaults are fun.
Fossil Vault's an old woman that gives head. When she takes out her teeth.
Yeah, when she takes out her dentures.
Yeah, so she can open up her mouth like an anaconda. Shit, man. Shit. What type of show it's going to be tonight, man.
This is going to be a great show. I mean, we really are going to have a great show tonight. So I want you to grab your headphones. It is about to get kind of weird, dude.
It's going to get weird. Now, you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready.
I hope so.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
The power of the dark side.
Got a ton of comments.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. Look, we got some people in there. I'm getting behind on my comments. Dude, Matt, the paranormal chef, is here. We got MCP in the house. We got Gibby in the house.
Project. Hell yeah, guys.
Hell yeah. Now that's a band that supports.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. You know who else is a great band that supports this show? And they're not here right now. But we got 6 people. I don't see them in the comments yet. But I guarantee before this show is over, they will be here. The Unsatisfied.
Yeah, they're fantastic. And I wonder if Dogs of Verona is going to make an appearance tonight because I'm playing them.
They might. And you know what? They support our show too. The Rising Fall KK sent me a message after her show or after her interview, which was great. Thank you, KK. I know you watch the show when you get a chance. I know you guys are really busy. You're a touring band, so I do understand. And look who said that. There is Eric, Love and Blood, my brother. He is in the house.
What's up, Elizabeth Barrett, the unsatisfied?
Absolutely. Love and Blood.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely. Love you guys. You guys are probably one of our biggest supporters, and I just got to say thank you so much. But, Jeff, I mean, as I digress, we've only got like 36 and a half minutes till we talk to Mark Berry, so we should probably get this show on the road.
Yeah, we should. So tonight you heard music by Ready or Not with Scar Wars, which was kick-ass, right?
Oh, dude, that was a great sound.
And in honor of you, I played Aletheia with Seven Deadly Sins.
Dude, that was a great song, too.
That was cool.
They're a local Cleveland band?
Yeah, they are. We're playing you. Boom Patat was the third one, which I told you was going to be weird.
It was a little.
And we have a cool playlist. So the rest of tonight, we have 51 Boneyard, great punk rock.
Oh, those guys are cool.
Yeah, Dogs of Verona. We got them coming on.
D.O.V., baby.
From Cleveland, Kim Chavanoff. You mentioned her last week, so I figured I'd play her.
You know, Kim has a lot of original material that she's written, but she also plays in a Duran, or she sings in a Duran Duran tribute band as the backup singer.
Ordinary World.
Ordinary World. And they are dynamite. I don't know if you've seen them, but they really are. They're really good.
I like them. And this is for you, Kim, because I remember the first time I met you.
Somebody give me a high.
Great looking chick. All right, we also have Too Loud for Brian, a song by this guy, Rob Johnson. I'm playing Dead Weight. You guys are going to dig it.
Oh, this is a good song.
Then we have Drayden Gordon, Mark Daly, I'm sorry. And it's with Emily Armstrong from Lincoln Park. Before she signed to Lincoln Park, she sang with this dude, Mark Daly.
Oh, wow.
It's either Daly or Daly, I don't know.
That's dynamite.
And then from Cleveland, the Devil's Rodeo, Dwayne Albert's band.
Gibby said that guy sucks.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure he's referring to me.
Okay, I thought you meant Dwayne Albert for a second.
No, I guarantee he's talking to me because he's usually a little bit behind. And there's, hey, Mrs. Stibbs is here. Thanks for coming in, Mrs. Stibbs. I love you, little sister.
There's 53 comments, Rev.
Holy crap, and we just started.
That guy sucks.
Hey,
Talking
Jeff,
about you?
I got to ask you this. You know, what 1975 film made people afraid to go into the ocean?
Jaws.
Yes, you got it, baby.
You know how I got that? It's one of my questions. I have to grab my
Is it
clipboard.
really? Well, then it's one of your questions, and you're still digging. I'm going to ask you another one. Here is a really good one. What 70s TV show followed the lives of a group of Chicago cops working in the 14th precinct? This is actually a trick question, but yes.
I don't know. Tell me.
Hill Street Blues.
Oh, wow. I used to watch that show.
But they actually came out early
Hill Street
80s.
Blues.
But that was a great show.
Forgot all about that show.
But it's actually a trick question. I didn't know if you caught it or not.
No, that's a tough one. All right. Wait, let's go for 69. What's that about?
Hey, wait a minute. What?
Nixie, that happens to be my favorite number. I know we didn't get to talk about it last time you were here because you left in such a rush. Okay, my turn.
Can somebody give me a high?
All right, let's see. What ABBA song, what ABBA disco anthem topped the charts in 1976?
I'm going to say Dancing Queen.
Great job. Dancing Queen.
Wow. What band released the album Hotel California in 1976?
One of my favorite bands, the Eagles, baby.
Absolutely. We need more bands like the Eagles.
Oh, I love the Eagles.
Dude, they are so
I also love the band America. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
yes.
They're a great band, too.
They were 3 military brats.
Well, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were 3 military brats.
Makes sense.
I think, I want to say Air Force.
All right. Which 1970s NFL team achieved the only perfect undefeated season in league history in 1972?
I'm going to say the Dolphins.
You're right. Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins. For a minute.
My bad. When did the Browns go to the Super Bowl?
Never.
I'm getting excited about heavy metal.
How about this is an easy one.
All right.
What 77 sci-fi film introduced the characters Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker?
Star Wars.
The original.
Yeah, I love Star Wars. Hey, did you see Spaceballs 2 is coming out?
I see Spaceballs 2 is coming out. That's going to be pretty good.
I'm excited about that.
I am. I hope it's just as good as the first one. I hope they don't ruin it.
What was the name of the legendary New York City nightclub that became the epicenter of disco culture?
Wait a minute. Read that question again.
What was the name of the legendary New York City nightclub that became the epicenter of disco culture?
Club 54.
Wrong. Studio 54.
Oh, I was close.
Well, not close enough.
I got the numbers right.
Did not get the point.
Everybody else is saying 32, 42.
Oh, Club 32.
There's Nixie 54.
Club 32 is...
Studio 54.
All right, I can't say what I was going to say, damn it. Never mind.
How about
Studio 54. Good job, Elizabeth Barrett.
Yeah.
On the same wavelength, girl. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm trying
All right,
to get.
here's a harder one. What was the full name of the dog in the classic animated sitcom The Jetsons?
Astro.
Good job. For a second, when I first looked it up, I thought it was retro.
No, it's retro.
Renfro.
Astro.
Astro. Asshole.
That's what it sounds like. What dance craze exploded after the release of Saturday Night Fever?
Disco.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, good one. Like that one. I like disco, by the way. All right, let's see here.
Copacabana.
In the Coco Cabana, music and dancing, whatever it is, something in romancing at the cola. Yeah. Hey, you remember the Love Boat? That was great.
The Love Boat.
Oh boy,
It's going to be a show.
What inanimate object became a massive, short-lived overnight fad, when marketed as a low-maintenance pet in 1975? Well, this is a harder one.
This is a harder one. What inanimate
Object became a massive, short-lived overnight fad when marketed as a low-maintenance pet in 1975. You want a hint?
Yeah.
Pet is in the name of the thing.
Oh. Well, no, because the one I'm thinking of is the 80s. That was that Tamagotchi.
No,
Do you remember that?
wrong.
But you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, the Tamagotchi. I remember that. I don't know if it.
You're going to feel stupid for when I say
The Pet
it.
Rock.
There you go. The Pet Rock.
You know who got it? MCP and Lisa Bella.
Yeah. They all had Pet Rocks.
And there's DOV. He's in the house. DOV.
baby. We're playing you tonight.
What's up, baby?
I think I'm playing Shutdown. I'm not sure. I can never remember.
Shut
man.
down, turn off until the morning light. There's a trivia right there.
I don't know who sang that.
Who sang that song?
Was it in 1970s?
What Australian band, and I don't remember the year, in the 70s, sang Shut Down, Turned Off.
Wait a second.
They also had Redheaded Wildflower on there. They also had a song called Reminiscing.
I don't know. Tell me.
You don't remember that? Reminiscing?
No.
Friday night, it was late. I got home.
I know
walking
that song.
to
That
the
song's
gate,
good.
and I was dreaming of a night. The Australian band, Little River Band.
Little River Band.
The Little River Band.
That's, I think, a little before my time. Okay, here we go.
Nixie got, Little River Band. There she goes.
What popular this is my last one. What popular 1970s line dance had everyone doing synchronized steps on the dance floor? You know this one.
What?
Ready? What popular 1970s line dance had everybody doing synchronized steps on the dance floor.
In the 70s?
Yes. I danced to this with my mother in the kitchen.
The only thing I can remember from like way back when, and I don't think it was the 70s, I think this was more like the 90s or something, but the Cupid Shuffle. That is definitely not the right answer.
The Hustle. The Hustle.
Oh, The Hustle. MCP said the Electra Slide.
Hustle.
The Hustle.
The Hustle was the first disco.
DOV said the Bus Stop, man. Okay.
The Hustle. Like, I'd like to meet some girls that can hustle.
Here's my last one. What arcade game released in 1978, the first, helped launch the video game boom? The very first one. Helped launch the arcade boom.
Was it Pac-Man?
It was not Pac-Man. It was before Pac-Man.
Before Pac-Man. Asteroid?
No, but that's...
Space Invaders?
Space
There
Invaders.
you go. It took 3, baby.
Space
I was going to get it
Invaders.
eventually. How come there was never a band called the Space Invaders? That's a great name.
I don't know. Maybe, you know.
Sharon Stibbs, the Electric Slide.
My-
I bet, Sharon, you could do the Electric Slide like no girl can.
My favorite show from the 70s, absolute favorite show from the 70s. You remember? You have no idea, but
Three's Company.
no.
That was a great show.
They could never.
All in
have
the
a-
Family?
All in the Family. They could never
Archie
have a show
Bunker.
like that. Archie Bunker. You know, then the spinoff was Archie Bunker's Place. You know.
Yeah.
But
Edith.
they could never. Those were the days.
Oh, Archie. He used to say things on that show that you can't say on YouTube.
I know, and dude, they covered some heavy topics too. They really did cover some heavy topics on that show. But that was my absolute favorite.
Yeah, they did. All right, man. Let's play a couple tunes
Couple tunes.
and then come back.
Okay, it works.
We're going to do 2 in a row.
2.
Yeah, 2, and then we'll come back. And we'll
We got a 2-fer.
Because soon we're going to get ready for Mark Berry. I'm excited.
I like Mrs. Stibbs. She said the chicken dance.
Chicken dance. I've done that a few times in my life.
Right?
Yes. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. This is 51 Boneyard with Summertime Brain Surgeon. Cool name.
I like that.
Followed by Dogs of Verona with Shut Down. And we'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
Got kicked out of med school, too technical for me. Gained practical knowledge from watching TV. Got a scalpel from China, a degree in the mail. Practice on lab rats, how can I fail? Summertime brain surgeon, it's my vocation. Summertime brain surgeon, such a career, such a career. I need some practice. Will you volunteer? 'Cause I wanna say why. Yes, I wanna say why. So 5 lawsuits later, living on the run. A fugitive existence isn't very fun. Summertime brain surgeon, it's a vocation. Summertime brain surgeon, such a career, such a career. vacation. Summertime brings us in. It's a career. It's a career. I wanna save life today.
Shut me down today. Take away the only thing I knew. That's you. Leave me blue without you. Cold scarred. And sweet Susie says that I never cared. But Susie never dares to open up. To feel your touch or invite you in. She shuts me out. She shuts me down. Shut me out again. I guess this means you win.
Dogs of Verona.
Wow.
Shut down.
Wow.
Cool,
Dude.
right?
Dude, that was really different than their. I really, really like that one. Shut Down.
I like that a lot.
Very cool, dude. Man, thank you so much for sending us your tunes. All you guys that are,
Yeah,
that
man,
are in
that was
bands,
great.
like send us your stuff.
Before that, 51 Boneyard, Summertime Brain Surgeon.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did, and I think it fits what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it fit perfectly. And Shut Down, because it's shutting down our
Shut
minds.
Down, Brain Rot. Yeah,
Brain Rot.
Those were great lead-ins, Jeff. Great job on the whole song list tonight.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, how about I start it, and we'll go back and forth, because we both have notes on this.
Yeah, we did a little homework.
All right, so last show, we had somebody not show up, and then I noticed that they were posting a lot of TikTok videos, and I just happened to look up
Did you notice they were doing it during the show?
during the show,
When
which
the-
means
when-
you had no intention of coming on the show.
Yeah, when you were
whatsoever.
supposed to be here for the interview. That I just
Yeah,
oh my.
blows my mind. TikTok brain rot.
Yep.
Sorry, like dancing like a whatever. I'm not going to get
Like a
into it.
304?
Like a 304. Thank you so much. And you know what?
I didn't say she was. I said dancing like
Yeah, dancing like one.
one.
You know what? I don't have it in here. I could do this for you. Nobody's home. Okay, TikTok brain rot is a cultural and neurological phenomenon describing the negative cognitive impacts of excess short-form video consumption. It highlights how hyper-stimulating, algorithmic-driven content leads to shorter attention spans, dopamine dependency, and the spread of chronically online I can't speak.
Nonsensical.
Sensical. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Internet slang like skibeedsy and ait.
I'm sorry, because Rockin' Robin's not here to pronounce everything
Yeah.
for you.
Exactly.
She has no voice.
Nonsensical.
Non-
Now I got it.
Nonsensical.
You know, sometimes it just comes up at you so quick. All right.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's new at all, though, Jeff. You know what I mean? I don't think like the brain rot's a brand new thing. I think and I don't think it's just about TikTok. I think it's whatever kind of owns your attention, like so completely that
Social
it's-
media.
Yeah, it starts shaping how you think, how you feel, how you see the world. I mean, 50 years ago, we still had this kind of thing. It was just about different things. It was gossip, bitterness, greed, things like that. So, like today, social media is driving a lot of it, and it's the endless scrolling. It's just a different delivery system, but I think it's the same human problem.
They call it doom scrolling.
Yeah.
High-speed, varied content triggers erratic dopamine spikes in the reward centers of the brain.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it's whatever owns your attention, right?
Yeah, but it's training your brain to receive constant stream of new, fast-paced stimuli. Offers users often find it incredibly difficult to focus on long-form things like reading a book or watching a movie or taking a walk without
Yeah, absolutely.
getting on your phone.
Yeah, people go out on a date. They sit there at the table across from each other, and they're both on their phones. They're not even interacting with each
You
other.
see whole families sit at dinner
It's
tables
unbelievable.
out, and all of them are on their phones. It's what it is. It focuses on long form, less stimulating tactics and tasks like reading a book or watching a movie. It takes that all away because you're looking for the short high.
Well, I mean, look, you become what you feed, right?
Yeah.
What garbage in, garbage out. So the soul works a lot like a campfire, right? Hey, our paranormal chefs out there in Montana hunting buffalo and Bigfoot. But it works a lot like a campfire. So whatever you keep throwing those logs on, it's what burns the hottest, right? And if all day long you're feeding anger or outrage or envy or in comparison, don't be surprised, okay, when those things come out of you, because we become what we repeatedly consume.
Exactly.
So the question isn't what's on your screen; it's the question of what's in your spirit.
Well, what they do is they use AI-generated voices. They do earworm audios
Yeah.
or bizarre visual formats. They're designed to grab your attention instantly without offering any real substance whatsoever.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The battle for attention, like really is these days the battle for your life. I mean, right? I mean, isn't okay? This is my opinion, but isn't like kind of like the real danger of brain rot is that it steals our ability to be in the present.
Yeah.
We can't sit quietly. We can't think deeply. We can't have a conversation without, reaching for a phone. And every app in the world, every single one is competing for your attention.
Do you know that they have a whole vocabulary just for Gen Z and Gen Alpha for TikTok? Like words like skibidi, riz, get,
Yeah, yep. Aight,
sigma,
fossil vault,
mewing, cooked,
fusty lugs,
aura,
right?
fusty lugs. Poppycock, man. It's freaking poppycock.
I mean, it boils down to, if somebody else controls your attention long enough, eventually it starts influencing the direction of your life.
Yeah. What about OnlyFans?
Well,
Let's talk about OnlyFans for a minute.
hey, dude, I've actually, I need to make some money because I'm hurting
Oh,
so
no.
bad. So I was thinking,
Hey, maybe there's a niche for like, and no offense, but crippled pastors.
I'm thinking the collar.
Yeah.
I think, the
You
collar,
can like
I either need
beat them with your cane.
I need a really successful, absolutely. I need a really successful OnlyFans. And what I do is, I get some fusty lugs together and some fossil vaults
God.
together. I wear the collar. It's like a bucket list.
Ho, ho, ho!
With my cane, dude, we could do some freaky crap. I bet I could make some money.
Yeah, you could.
I'm just not like that, though.
I in your future, I hear this. All right, that's disturbing.
It is really disturbing. But, I mean, you got to be careful what occupies
Oh,
your
man.
mind, dude. You really do. There's so much brain, and
Can somebody give me a high?
it's just,
Skibidi.
it's ridiculous, dude. Brain rot. It's about what's happening to your brain. It's about what's feeding your mind.
Skibidi. Hey, last time I saw Nikki, I gave her my Riz.
You give her the Riz.
The Riz.
The Riz.
Yeah. That's Gen Z. I was showing her my aura because I was the main character.
Nixie, I will be the first one in line. If there was such a place as hell, I would definitely be the first one in line. So get behind me. But it is what
I
it is.
thought you were going to go somewhere totally different with that.
Well,
Straight to hell, she says.
dude, I will be knocking on the gates of hell, and they'll be going, Rob's not here.
Knocking at your back door.
Rev's not here.
All right, well, listen, if you're too busy uploading TikToks rather than living in the real world and unable to return messages or keep appointments, that's a real issue. Don't you think?
I totally agree with you.
Oh, man, that was great. Rob, we got to just play that one more time. And by the way, the name of this song is called Clap Dem Cheeks. I like it in the club. For only $3.99 a month, join Reverend Rob. Not only does he have the cane and the aesthetics to go with it, he wears the collar and the shades and the hat. He leaves the hat on just like that song.
We could call it Grace on Tap.
That's great. All right. Hey, Mark Berry's going to be here in a few minutes.
That's awesome. Do we have time for a couple songs?
I think we have time for
Like maybe one?
Like one.
I think we only got about 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. I how long this is. Yeah, clap them cheeks.
Clap. I understand that.
Clap them cheeks.
Yep.
3 minutes. Kim Jovanov from Cleveland.
She's excellent.
This song is called Happy. Take me to my happy place.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Can I get a hell yeah?
Learn how to be sad.
Somebody give me a
Handle it when I'm mad. Feel fears that made me scared. Know that I can't always be happy. There's rainbows and dandelions. If I said otherwise, I'd be lying. But I know that it's alright. Some weeds will grow in the garden. There'll be times that I'll be tired. But I know that it's alright. I've had to learn how to be sad. How to handle it when I'm mad. Feel fears that made me scared. Know that I can't always be happy. The sun doesn't always shine. Have to get used to the night. But I know that it's alright. I've had to learn how to be sad. How to handle it when I'm mad. Feel fears that made me scared. Know that I can't always be happy. It's not always black or white. Some days have shades of gray. But I know that it's okay. And nothing ever stays the same. Resilience comes from embracing change. And I can't be afraid. I've had to learn how to be sad. How to handle it when I'm mad. Feel fears that made me scared. Know that I can't always be happy. Emotional agility gives us ability to live with emotions with curiosity.
Kim Jovanov with Happy.
Dude, that was a really good song. I really dig the harmonies she had in there. She's got a great voice.
Yeah, not bad. I like it.
She really has a really nice voice.
She does. And we have Mark Berry coming in just minutes. About 2 minutes.
2 minutes from Mark Berry. That's pretty cool. You know, hey, Jeff, what'd you do? How was your weekend? You know, what'd you do? Did you do anything?
I worked my tail off.
Wow, I did not.
Worked my tail off, and I had the munchies all weekend. So last night, late night, I ran up to the store and got some ice cream. Chocolate peanut butter is the best.
Chocolate peanut butter?
Love it. Followed by cookies and cream.
There's a lot of things that cookies and cream is okay. The cookie dough is pretty good.
Cookie dough is good. What's your favorite ice cream out there, guys?
Yeah, what do you guys think? You know?
Mint chocolate. My mom and dad used to.
I do
eat-
like mint chocolate chip, but the green one.
I hate
I like the green one.
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible. And sherbet, I could pass on it.
Yeah.
Chocolate brownie is good. And that Dave and Jerry's chocolate fudge brownie thing.
Oh, that chocolate with the chunks of fudge and brownies.
Yeah.
Holy crap, is that delicious.
I can eat a whole gallon of Pierre's chocolate peanut butter cup.
You know what I'd rather, you know what? I know that they all like ice cream out there, some form, gelato, sherbet, ice cream. Mrs. Stibbs actually knows of a specific place to get great ice cream that a friend of hers, Z, always go to. So she gets ice cream from there. So that's really good. But the other thing is I don't want to know just what kind of ice cream they like. I want to hear where they want to eat it at.
Yeah.
I think that would be more interesting. How do you eat your ice cream and where?
I like ice cream in a warm waffle cone. That is killer. When I lived in California,
A warm waffle.
on the boardwalk, we lived in Redondo Beach, and we would walk from Redondo to Hermosa and all the way down, right? And then, back. It was beautiful. It was fantastic. But they had a guy there, and he had ice cream that he made, and he made his own waffle cones. And the waffle cones were absolutely delicious. And he'd make them fresh so they'd be warm. And then you put the ice cream in there, and it was just so bomb.
That's awesome. Hey, I think Mark's in the green room.
Yes, he is. We're about to bring him in. And as always, I have an introduction. So from his early days under the tutelage of Sir George Martin on James Bond's Live and Let Die, to shaping iconic sounds for David Bowie, Duran Duran, Billy Idol, and Joan Jett. He has been at the cutting edge of global music culture for decades now. As chairman of AMG, he is bridging the world's music, film, and television. Get ready for wild rock tales, industry masterclasses, and behind-the-scenes secrets. Please welcome to the show my friend, Mark Berry. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys,
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
very good. How you guys doing? You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing fantastic. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, great to see you. I haven't seen you in a bit. No.
And I should tell you, Rev, he's in Toronto.
He's
You're
in Toronto.
You're in Toronto right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering.
I have ex-in-laws that live in Belleville. That's not
Yeah.
Belleville. I think it's about 45 minutes from Toronto, I think.
Yeah, just outside Toronto,
Yeah.
towards Kingston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mark,
Exactly.
let's jump right into it because I know I got a half hour with you. I want to ask you some questions. I know we've talked about this every time I have you on, but it's such a good tool for our audience out there that's not used to you being on the show. Please tell us what AMG Universal is all about, what you do, and the whole gamut of everything, and then we'll get into some of the projects you're working on.
Okay, sure. So AMG is a music, film, and television company. So AMG Corp company is really started out with me as a producer and my background in production and engineering and mixing and stuff like that. So I got involved in that very early on. AMG kind of started formulating when I moved to Canada from New York via Brooklyn, and came up here, started producing a lot of bands, and the government liked I was keeping the budgets here in Canada and employing Canadian musicians and stuff like that. So which is always good for immigration purposes, and I just kind of kept going at it, and then set up AMG, which started out as a record label, signing acts on a promotion and marketing basis, not as artists to the label. They would always own their masters, they would own their copyrights, they would typically come to me with finished albums, unless they wanted me to get involved on a production basis with them as well. And then we got set up AMG Label Services, which services to film, television, video game ad agency, movie trailer companies, does Spotify playlisting, does digital radio. You walk into Costco, Walmart, Starbucks, Best Buy, you hear music coming out of the ceiling. That's typically from a third party digital airplay source in Europe that we have a deal with. And then we go out through Universal Music, which is a brand new deal that we just signed. It's a global deal. And we get music out globally through the Universal Music system.
Very cool. Also, you do TV, film, and commercials.
Correct. So we do we have a whole film division now. We have a new website, amg-visuals.com, which is solely for the visual side of the company. So it's got the TV shows we work on. It's got the movies that we've been involved in on a music supervision basis. And also we executive produce films. We work with a Wall Street investor who invests in our partially funded films. So somebody's got a $3 million movie, whatever, they've raised $2.5 million, they need $500,000, great. Our guy kicks in, gives us the $500,000, and we go get the movie made. And then we would typically grab the music rights to music supervise the film, so help them get the music, make sure everything's legit and legal, and then help them get the soundtrack out, which we can do through our Universal. So that works very positively that way.
Hey, cool. Watching the show today, currently right now is The Unsatisfied. You worked with them on their documentary?
Documentary, yeah.
Yeah, documentary. And you do many of those, correct?
Yeah. We like the documentary space. We've got a couple of cool things going on right now. But yeah, we Unsatisfied is a really cool act. I've known Eric for years. And when he came to me with this project, I said, yeah, we can help you get this up and running. And yeah, so it's out globally, and it's playing his music. So he's making money, from the broadcast. He's making money from the music play, the songwriters, the publishing, things like that. So.
Yeah, that's very cool. Hey, can you tell us what other projects you're working on, like The Unsatisfied? Do you have any other? Because last time we talked, you had the boxing movie. We talked about some of the horror movies that you guys are doing. What are some of the projects you got in the works?
So we got a really cool project called Sweat It Out, which you guys will love this. This is about the Australian pub rock scene of the late 70s, early 80s. So we're talking about early AC/DC, early Jimmy Barnes, early NXS, early Midnight Oil, early Hoodoo Gurus, just literally playing bars, local bars, right? In Australia. So we got this. It's called Sweat It Out. And it's got great interviews, and we're just in the middle of clearing the final music right now, which, as you can imagine, it's not easy clearing an AC/DC, couple of AC/DC songs. They own every master they ever recorded themselves, and they own every copyright. They never did a publishing deal with this.
Wow.
Admin.
That's really cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so if you see a song, AC/DC song in a movie, you're looking at 500,000 USD for the song, because they own every master that they ever recorded. Because George Young, one of the Malcolm and Angus' brother, owned a studio in Sydney, and he would call up Malcolm and Angus and say, okay, we're going to leave at 6:00 tonight. Bring your little rock band in, and we can record all night and stuff like that. So when they went to Atlantic Records, and then Atlantic Records was like, how much do you want? And they go, no, we don't want anything, because it's all paid for. We did it ourselves. But the 12 points you were giving us, we don't want 12 points. We want like 16 to 18 points. So that's how they operated when they got their record deals globally. They took no money from people, but they elevated their royalty rate. So, can you imagine like 18 points on You Shook Me All Night Long globally for 50 years? On one song, it's got to be astronomical.
And they've cornered the market, so you can't even use their music and post it on Facebook or YouTube. If you put any AC/DC on, say, a show like this, they're going to hit you for copyright. They're right on it.
Absolutely, yeah. The reason I know this is because the first company that I did deal with was Cherry Lane, which got bought by BMG, and they administrated the catalog for AC/DC. In other words, they're not participants in the publishers' share of the revenue, but they go out, they collect the money, they take their 10%, and they forward the rest. Like a collection agency, But that's how I got involved with the early AC/DC stuff.
Now, is that what they mean by selling the catalog? So they never gave up their catalog? They own the rights to everything?
own everything. They own all the masters, and they own every single song they ever recorded.
How much would a catalog like that go for? If
$1 billion.
wow,
Wow.
that's
Easy.
That's incredible.
I would say, realistically, $500 million to $1 billion, depending on how they're valued. But if you're out getting $500,000 per insertion, then don't forget the airplay that's associated with that insertion, right? And the soundtrack, then you're talking about a lot of money.
Mark, how rare is that when we're talking a band from? I mean, they've been around for a long time. How rare is that for a band from that era to own their masters in their catalog?
It's very rare. It's very rare. Like I said, the only reason they did it because the older brother George, who was a producer in his own right in Sydney, Australia, he did all the Easy Beat records and stuff like that. Pop music, but he had this studio in Sydney, and yeah, come on in, guys, use the studio all night. We need it back at 9 a.m. They made all these records.
I just ask because you hear in the news all these things. I think the most recent one that I heard not too long ago was Taylor Swift buying back all of her masters and everything like that and her publishing rights. You've heard the sale of the Beatles and stuff and everything like that. So that's why I kind of asked. I mean, it's just I know how rare that is, and it's like in order to be able to do what Taylor Swift did, you have to, it's a lot of money that she had to spend to get all that back.
If you're going to put songs in movies and TV shows, exploit those, you need to own the masters, and you need to own the copyrights. When someone comes to us and says we want you to music supervise, great, no problem. Send me a cue sheet. And I'll go through the cue sheet and say, okay, how many, okay, this one, okay, this is going to be hard, that's going to be hard, this is easy, Because if you own the masters and the copyrights, then it's what we call one-stop clearance. So it's done. How much you want, $100,000? Great, no problem, done. One person, one contract, one legal fee. But if you go to someone that a record company owns the masters from the 70s or 80s, and then there's 4 different publishers because each individual band member sold his individual right to a third party. Right. And that means you need 4 contracts because you need the permission of the 4 rights holders because they gave the guys money and they want to recoup that money.
Interesting.
It's just so interesting. Mark, you have done so many things in your career. It's unbelievable. But we've got at least, I can look in my comments here, we have at least 3 or 4 bands that we play currently that are unsigned bands that write they write incredible music. Just like the Unsatisfied, we've got Dogs of Verona in here. We've got Conspiracy 216 in the comments. What kind of advice would you give them? As the amazing legendary career that you have, to the things that they, what should they be doing to try and market their music better?
They should own their masters, number one, which a lot of these independent bands do. They go into some of these basement studio in downtown Cleveland or whatever, and they record, and they pay out X number of dollars for studio time and stuff like that. They wrote the songs, so they control the copyright as well. Now, if you don't need the money, then hang on to the copyrights because they could become very valuable. When you put something in a movie, and let's say they're paying us $100,000 for the movie, $50,000 goes to the master owner, and $50,000 goes to the copyright holder. Okay, so if there's a record company that gave the band money, then they own the master, right?
Yeah.
If the band paid for the studio time themselves, then they own the master. Okay, that's cool. And then if they've taken money for the publisher's side, which is quite often the case, if they find out that a band gets signed, a major publisher comes on and says, okay, well, we'll give you $100,000 for your publishing rights. Because it's based on a 4-to-1 multiple. How much have you generated, right? You've generated. You want a $1 million advance? No problem. I can find someone that'll give you the $1 million. But you got to show me $4 million in receipts over the previous 2 years, and I will find someone that will gladly give you $1 million.
Right, right.
Yeah.
The return globally will be phenomenal.
Can you explain to our bands out there why it's so important to release one song every 8 weeks?
The goal is at Spotify to keep all the singles on the front page of the profile. And if you're including it into an album, then it just goes into the album and you can't see on the page one what everything looks like. But if you release a single one day, 1 month, and 2 months later another single, and 2 months later another single, another single, then each song has 500,000, 600,000, 200,000, 150,000. And then at the end of the year, you take those 5, 6 songs, put those into an EP, for example, right? Name the EP, just stick it off to the side, and continue again. But it's very important so that when you go to the page, you're seeing a collective of streaming activity across 4 to 5, 6 songs.
So, Rob,
That's
instead
incredible.
of a full album where you're only getting a certain amount of views, it's better to put up the singles and get those numbers.
Right, right. Do a single every 8 weeks. It keeps your name out there. It when it comes up on your page. I understand that now. That's actually like very helpful. I'm an old guy, Mark.
You're not as old as me, buddy.
Well, thank you very much. But I'm an old retired reverend, and I write a lot of music. I write a lot of songs, and Jeff's been good enough here to give me a platform for that. So learning how to, how go about releasing songs and stuff like that. I'm actually looking for a publishing deal because I don't want a tour. I don't want to go out and do all that stuff. I just want somebody to record my songs so that maybe I can make $1 million.
Or just distribute yourself.
That's a good point, actually. That's a good point. So there's 2 avenues of exploitation if you're looking for a publishing. One avenue is you want other artists to record your songs, okay, which is very difficult, right?
Oh yeah,
because you have to pass through that record company hierarchy of the manager, the A&R guy at the record company, maybe the senior VP, maybe the radio guy at the record company has got to hear it too, right?
Yeah, right. Hey, Mark, I got you on the show, so I got to ask you this question. You've told me this story a bunch of times. I would love you to tell our audience the story about Billy Idol when you guys are having the meeting and he was with the secretary.
Oh yeah. So I did this Flesh for Fantasy remix for Chrysalis Records, and Patrick Clifford was there, and Jeff Aldrich, and we had done the mix, and we were coming up to Chrysalis Records on Lexington Avenue and 57th Street, and we wanted to play everyone in the mix. So we're inside, and Billy was there, and everybody was hanging out, and we're playing the record, and the secretary comes in. She goes, "Guys, you got to come and get Billy. Come and get Billy. He just told the program director he wants to fuck her." And everyone's like, "Get Billy! Somebody get Billy! Somebody get Billy!" And he comes out of the office down the hallway, and he's literally bouncing off the walls, back and forth, and he was hammered drunk, and that's Billy Idol.
Fantastic, right? That's the best. I love when you tell us stories about that. Hey, can you tell us about what it was like to work with Sir George Martin? And now, was that your first project?
Yeah, Sir George Martin was. I had gone to the Institute of Audio Research in Manhattan at the age I was like 16, just turning 17. A teacher in my high school found me this school, Institute of Audio Research in Lower Manhattan, by NYU, and I checked it all out and went down there. My parents, to come and check it out because I was schlepping into the city at night, and So I went there for almost 2 years, and then I graduated from high school. And then, I was running from Vietnam, which was a raging war when I was a kid, and didn't want to go. So got on an airplane, and literally the day after I graduated from high school, I had my little certificate of completion from the Institute of Audio Research. And coincidentally, my one of my teachers was John Warham, who wrote the book, The Recording Engineer's Handbook, and we did our workshops at Vanguard Records Studios on 23rd Street, which I wound up working at Vanguard for nearly 12 years when I came back from it. But I just went over there on a whim and just wrote down every name from every major Elton John record, David Bowie record, T-Rex record, and just started pounding on doors. And that's, I got into AIR because the studio manager wasn't there the one day. And then I went back the next day and the receptionist wasn't there. So I started walking down the main corridor, and this engineer, Nigel Jones, assistant engineer, pops out and goes, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm looking for Joyce, the studio manager." "Oh, she's not here right now." "Hey, where's your accent from?" "I'm from New York City." He goes, "Oh man, I love New York. Come on in." And next thing you know, I'm sitting in a Alan Clark session, who was the lead singer for the Hollies. And Rensley Schwartz was on drums, and Dee Murray from Elton John's band was on bass. And I thought, "Oh, this is it, man. This is it." And then I asked if I could come back the next day, and then, "Can I come back the next day?" And then Joyce Moore, the studio manager, came to me and she said, "Everyone really likes you. Do you want a job?" And I'm like, "Do I want a job? Are you kidding me? No, of course I want a job." And that's how it all started. And then I started working with all of the engineers, which were very high-end engineers: Bill Price, John Middleton, Jeff Emmerich. And then they assigned me to the Live and Let Die sessions, which were, it was literally like 2 to 3 days recording it. It was just the one song for the movie. And then, they would also come down. Paul and Linda McCartney would actually walk down the hallway hand in hand, and, they would sing backgrounds on Carly Simon's record, and they're credited. It's funny there, because Mick Jagger's not credited on You're So Vain, but on some of the other songs, it just says Paul and Linda background vocals. And that was because Paul and Linda were working on the Live and Let Die soundtrack in Studio A, and we were in Studio B. So I was going back and forth all the time. So.
Hey, that's super cool. Hey, tell the story about why Mick Jagger ended up singing on You're So Vain.
So the producer on You're So Vain, Carly Simon's record, was a guy named Richard Perry. Brilliant producer, just the best ears ever. And he also produced one of the greatest pop albums I think ever made, called Nilsson Schmelson, with Harry Nilsson. And it was just a great recording. I Can't Live If Living Is Without You. Just a great song.
It is a great.
And Mick and so Richard was producing Carly Simon. So Harry Nilsson comes by the studio, and he's got Mick Jagger in tow, and they're both just hammered. They can't even stand up. They're just like really, really hammered. And Harry was supposed to sing background vocals on it, but he passed out in the lobby from alcohol, and we couldn't wake him up. Right? He couldn't get up, so we got Mick up, and I said, "Mick, you want to sing?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'll sing." And he goes in, and the rest is history. He sang the backgrounds, and they didn't give him credit, but you can hear the voice; it's very distinct.
Yeah, that's super cool. I noticed there's a lot of rockers out there, especially during those times, that sang on certain projects and never got credit for it.
Yeah, it's more a contractual thing. I'm sure Carly would have loved Mick Jagger's name on it, but one listen of the recording and you knew who came in the second chorus that was definitely Mick Jagger. You know, and it also, by not giving him credit, which is a really smart move on Carly's part, it kind of created this mystique about, you know, is that Mick Jagger? Is that not Mick Jagger? Is this song about Mick Jagger? Because maybe he's singing in the background, you know? But it's got nothing to do with Mick Jagger. He just happened to be there, and he didn't drink as much as Harry Nilsson, so he could at least mutter a few words.
Yeah, that's craziness. Hey, you have so many stories. What was it like to? I have to ask you this. I never asked you about this before, but what was it like to work with Joan Jett?
Yeah, yeah.
Joan Jett's great, absolutely great. We have the same lawyer, Paul Schindler, in New York, and that's kind of how I got hooked up with them, and that's how I got the first one I did with her was Cherry Bomb.
Nice.
And I mixed that, and it came out great. And I did it like a club mix, you know. And Kenny Laguna, her longtime man, 50-year manager, who's and affectionately is known as Kenny Lagunatic. So it gives you an idea of what he's like. But he didn't understand the whole, you know, he's a rock and roller, and you know, he didn't understand the whole dance thing. But we did this thing, Cherry Bomb, and then it did really, really well in the clubs. And then they came back and said, "Hey, do you want to produce the record?" And I said, "Well, you know, send me some songs." And we go, "Well, you know, it's going to be a really cool record." And it was a cool record. I did like 4 songs on the record from scratch, and she's
Nice.
great to work with. She comes in and she just like hammers it out. She writes the songs. She knows exactly what they're supposed to sound like. You know.
You also work with Duran Duran. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I did several mixes. I did Meet El Presidente and Proposition. I did for that album. So they're both solid songs, you know. And Nile Rodgers is a buddy of mine, so and he produced all those records back in the day at the Power Station.
Nile Rodgers, he's a beast, man. He's unbelievable.
He's a great guy too. You know, he's been a good buddy for years. I used to record at his studio in Manhattan. After the Power Station, he had his own studio. And, he used to work there all the time. It's just a great facility.
Mark, before I let you go today, I wanted to ask you this one important question. How is the music industry dealing with AI? How are you guys handling that at AMG?
Okay, so AI is very disturbing, especially when they're tapping into existing catalogs to create new music. So that's a major issue. I, however, have gotten involved with a company called Attack Tracks, which is going to be it's an AI company with my partner Dusan, specifically for the orchestration of film music. So, but what we're saying is, you don't need to spend $4 million Star Wars to fly to Vienna to record the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra for your entire soundtrack. I can do it now in AI for $500,000, right, for the entire movie. If that's what they're doing, that type of orchestrations and things like that. So Attack Track should be up and running by the end of the year as a website and a place where people can go and see what it does. And also I put it together because I'm very, very involved in the film world, and I see the numbers that these people are spending on like orchestras and incidental music. It's astronomical, right? So I'm saying, okay, well, if we can create the Vienna Philharmonic without going to Vienna, right? Or the Philadelphia Philharmonic without going to Philly and hiring 65, 70 union musicians, then that should be an easier outlet for them to get the same same quality.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
It is really interesting. Mark, I have really enjoyed our time. I've learned a lot today. Thank you so much for coming on the show and joining us.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I love it always.
Hey, next time you come on, we're going to have to have you around October again, because I love having you on Halloween time, because you talk
cool,
about all the scary movies that you guys produce. Do you have
Yeah,
any?
we got
Do you
some
have
great
any-
movies coming up. Yeah.
Not yet, but I'm sure they're around the corner, right?
Well, we did Bloodline Killer. We did The Sacrifice Game, which
That was good.
movie. Yeah. So that's a nice space for us, and it's a space where you're not spending a lot of money on a movie. 2.5, 3 million, 4 million maybe on the movie, and the return is great.
Hey, before I let you go, I have this one last question. Have you noticed that with the new movies coming out, there's a lot of AI in them?
Yes. Yep.
That's the new trend right now.
That's the new trend. This whole AI thing, they really have to sort it out, because I got to tell you, I can pick up on the AI thing immediately when it's dealing with a pop artist or a pop song or a rock band, and there's just a sound, there's a feel, there's a perfection to it that I don't think any producer, including Mutt Lange, could create. So I pick up on it right away. I'm sure you guys do as well.
Oh, yeah, because it's just so perfect. It's amazing.
Perfect. Flawless.
Yeah, flawless. All right, Mark. Well, thank you so much for coming on the Outlaw Radio Nation, the Outlaw Radio Show.
Guys.
Fantastic as always. Love your stories.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hey, I do this every time that we have you on, because I love to have you listen to new music. Tonight, I'm going to have you listen to Rob's song, if that's cool with you, Rob.
Oh, gosh, I suppose.
Okay. The name of this song is called Dead Weight. And you have a fantastic evening, and I'll speak to you again soon.
You going to play right now?
I'm going to play it right now.
Beautiful.
All right?
Okay, guys.
All right, Mark.
Have a good night.
Fantastic night, and God bless you.
You too. Bye-bye.
So it's more than just my name. Now 10 dead pounds caused me to shame. I stare at the walls, I count the days, while the world outside just walks away. No work boots, no more springs, just painkillers and quiet things. Chain clean the garage, chain mow the lawn, chain fits the bed, it's time I'm done. Every second's like a scream, so I'm still breathing, but I feel alive.
I'm not hearing it.
Dead weight, chains still tall. Ain't got the strength to move it on. Helpless, useless, locked down tight. Living this fight, you know in inside. Don't so dirty, I want my hands. So I pretend to be that man, but I'm stuck in this hell I didn't create. Feeling like nothing but dead away. They say just feel like that's a choice, but I don't miss my goddamn voice. Come on, we built the one that tried, the one who didn't just survive. Now I'm meditated, barely sleep. Space too loud, the hole's too deep. Sit in silence, stare at time. Alone with thoughts that twist and climb. Chilling more than a heart that breaks. Every day's just more I take. I'm dead weight. I take the shake. Can't even face being on take breath. Useless, voiceless, pulled down. Just a man the world forgot about. I'm not looking for a hangover. I'm looking for the fire soul. But I'm stuck in this cage at the hands of fate. Feel like nothing but dead away. still here, but I don't feel real. I wear this gray, like it's all I feel. But there's still a voice inside the screams. I won't give up, I won't lose me. I play it great, but now I pull my own. This broken faith won't break my soul. Helpless, yeah, but I still got flame. Buried somewhere in this pain. So I'll sit out here, I'll rise one day. Don't this change and heroin. But tonight I'm trapped and it's hard to take. Feeling like nothing but dead weight. Now break me, it's insane. But I swear I won't, there's a drug and rain.
Knock, knock, they're at your door. Remember 12.
We were singing that the whole time.
Dude, what a great tune that was.
You like that, man? That was
Yeah,
cool,
dude,
right?
That's like some cool punk right there, man.
Too loud for Brian.
Yeah, sweet salty.
Sweet salty. I wonder what that's
I
about.
wonder what that's about. Sweet salty.
Yeah. Hey, girl, I'm sweet and salty. All right, we have somebody in the green room waiting for us.
Hey, man. And, dude, he's been tuned in the show all night. Live comments.
Yes, he has. All right, so here we go. Turn up the volume because we're here to make your ears bleed with
hell
Cleveland's very own Conspiracy 216. Let's get heavy, baby. And welcome to the show, Johnny Rocker.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing there, brother?
Doing fantastic, man. Happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for having me. It's always awesome to spend time with Outlaw Radio Nation.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, congratulations on the wedding.
Yeah, the
Thank you
nuptials.
so much.
brother.
I don't have a good sound effect for you, so I'm going to give you this one
The power of the dark side.
and this one.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think you should have given me the other one.
Which one?
The hell yeah.
Oh, the hell yeah. Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
one.
We give you this one right here. You'll like this.
Can somebody give me a high?
That's
I dig it. I dig it.
Tactical Nuke was probably incoming during the honeymoon.
Hell yeah. Hey, and I'll give you this one.
Oh, yeah. All the good audio. Let's go.
All right. All right, man. I saw a video of you jamming at the thing that Cindy Glowliker had at Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
watching.
it was really cool. Yeah, it was cool. We were trying to spread the word about Battle of the Bands, trying to get some tickets moved on that for an amazing cause. So many people are working really hard behind the scenes and just trying to do anything Cindy needs, anything I can do to help out. She's awesome, works her ass off. So, she called and I drove I don't live in Cleveland anymore. I'm about 90 miles south. So
Wow.
Hopped in the Jeep, got up there, and we had a good time till it started raining, but we rocked out. And if you really pay attention to that clip, you hear an unreleased Conspiracy track. So that's actually our cover of Mob Rules by Black Sabbath.
I heard that.
That's going to be coming up on on our Conspiracy Covers EP. And the big swerve in that too is that's Brett the Machine Miller, our drummer, on vocals.
Oh,
So,
very
Wow.
yeah, kid's got some pipes, man. So,
Very cool.
definitely
John,
cool for folks.
Tell me what Conspiracy 216 has been up to. It's been a little while since we talked, and you need to update me on. You've had some lineup changes, right? Right?
Yes, in my opinion, we got new singer. I know Tito was with you guys for a little bit, and then he stepped down, and I believe you got Patrick now on vocals.
Absolutely, man. It kind of came back around full circle. So the story of Conspiracy 216 is, I lived in other cities and I've been a career musician since 1994. And when I thought I was retired in Cleveland and walked into a grunge DNA show, and before I'd even looked at the stage, I heard Patrick's voice and I said, man, that guy should be singing in a metal band. So, a few months later, I kind of start kicking the idea around, and actually Patrick was the first singer to come in, and our first single ever, Sadistical, Patrick sang on that. And when we decided that Conspiracy would become a full-time project, he was very busy in grunge and we couldn't work. And, Tito came in and did an amazing job and really kind of elevated and put us on the trajectory. And we kind of knew, with Four Locos being as busy as it was, that if Conspiracy went full-time, that would be a trick. And so Tito stepped back and, things ran its course with grunge, and we actually have Jim and Patrick from grunge, two of my very best friends, come into Conspiracy. We also have Damon Kahn, who was in From the Depths. He's been a notable musician in Cleveland and in South Carolina. He's been on Ringworm albums, actually playing violin. He's a trained concert violinist. just, and Brett the Machine Miller. I mean, he made his debut on Outlaw Radio, and we finally got the lineup together. We've played some amazing big opportunity shows. We opened for Green Jelly last year, which ironically enough opened the door for me to join Green Jelly, which, I've done a couple shows with them now. But the big thing nobody knows, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of the scoop. I can't do full disclosure yet, but a year and a half into Conspiracy 216, and we are in the process right now of signing a development deal. Which will entail us kind of going under the radar this summer, sitting down with the producer, getting 3 to 5 songs in the absolute best shape that we can. And we're going to fly to Florida and record with a very successful producer that's putting out a lot of hits. And if all that goes well, we will be signing a major label deal this fall. So, fingers crossed, and let's hope the 216 boys can do it right.
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
that's awesome, dude. Congratulations.
I had to put that in there.
Oh, that's awesome. No, dude, that is
Really
awesome.
appreciate it.
Well,
Yeah, thank you, man.
Johnny, didn't you have like some former members of Green Jelly or something at one time in the band too? Wasn't there?
Yeah, Jonathan Cartagena. When basically Conspiracy started at Jam Night at Solid Gold Lounge, and Jonathan was running that at the time, and started playing with him, and Jonathan stepped in and played bass with us for a little bit, and it's just kind of weird how the trajectories went. I mean, when I started Conspiracy, it was just going to be for fun. I had all these friends that were in cover bands and tribute bands, and they never got to do original music, so it was like, hey, let's write some music. I'm building a studio. I'm a songwriter by trade, and it just took off. You know what I mean? And every member we brought in just brought something new to the game, and I started putting tracks out. I mean, Death Slayer was really the one that blew the gate wide open, and I started sending it to my friends in the industry, and they were like, dude, this has legs. Like, there's really something here. And it's kind of like the meme, it's like, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in, so here I am, 47, and going for a third, getting a third band signed is just something I never thought would happen. I thought those days were behind me. So, we're happy to be doing it. We're happy to be representing Cleveland. Outlaw Radio Nation, everybody here has just been so supportive. And, to be a band for less than a year and a half and to have these kinds of opportunities happen for us, especially in today's, climate, development deals just don't happen anymore, so it humbles me, and just makes me very, very thankful that, I'm able to, capture things in songs that make people feel things, and other people see it as something that can be marketed. So, fingers crossed, nothing is for sure until it happens, but, we're just, Patrick, Jim, Brett, Damon, and I, we're just, going balls to the wall, man, and putting the work in, and hopefully we're going to see all you guys at Battle of the Bands, July 26th at House of Blues, and we're going to hit that joint like a 10-ton hammer, son, so hopefully we see all you fine folks there.
That'd be awesome, dude. I just want to ask you a question about just kind of like the 216 scene, here in Cleveland, rock and roll capital of the world, blah blah blah.
Right.
But it just doesn't seem whether it's metal or whether it's country or pop or rock. It just doesn't seem like the original scene is here anymore. I mean, I came up in the '80s playing music, and I mean, the original music was really, really supported back then. And now it just seems like it's just not supported. Everything's gone to, friggin' tribute bands and stuff like that. So, I mean, talk a little bit about the original music scene in Cleveland right now.
I tell you, what's really weird is I thought the exact same thing you did. I thought the exact same thing. It was everybody's doing cover bands, everybody's doing tribute bands. Where's the original music? And it turns out I just wasn't going to the right bars, and especially Cleveland adjacent, right? Like there is an amazing club called The Afterlife in Akron, Vortex in Akron. The one that really blew my hair back is I went all the way out to Youngstown, the West Side Bowl, and I'm in a basement of a bowling alley, and there's 150 kids wearing denim vests with Slayer and Metallica patches, and I felt like it was 1992 for me all over again, like when I was 15, and just the scene is there, and there are amazing bands. You know, you have After the Apocalypse, you have Titans of Mars, 10,000 Rambos. I mean, so many killer metal bands that are on the upswing. And, you know, and it was interesting, like you guys talking to Mark and just, you know, having my thumb in the air and the winds and talking to my contacts in the industry, is everything is re-triangulating heavy again. Like, it's almost like the time period that we're going through right now. It was just like coming out of grunge, when nu metal was taking off and radio was getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and it was becoming much more commercially acceptable. Like, everybody kind of feels like that's what's happening, you know. So that's why you have a lot of labels that 3 years ago wouldn't have wanted to approach anything, and are really kind of scratching their head and like, maybe we need to, you know, get on the front side of this. So I really think that, you know, rock and roll is alive, and especially in Cleveland, there are so many young, talented bands and musicians. And as somebody that's kind of been known in the cover scene, you know, I'm really trying to do my best to do crossover shows. Like, you know, for us to, you know, do shows with bands like Hair Nation and do shows with Four Locos and whoever, and getting the people that only go see cover bands, you know, go over here and check out some original bands too, because if you love this city and you love this scene, there are people that are making the best songs you've never heard, right? And you know, just take a chance and get out there.
That's true. Hey, you asked the question I was going to ask, and I see you all the time playing Akron. So Akron, Youngstown, Canton, out there, man, is where the metal scene is thriving.
Well, you know, and I said I came up in the 80s, you know, and it was like the place to play was the Akron Agora. And then, you know, up here it was the Cleveland Cafe. You know, I think Grog Shop was still around back then too. So it was like,
for me in the 90s, you know, like I started out in Dayton, Ohio. We used to come up and play Peabody's. You know, like that was our foothold into Cleveland back in the day. And, you know, the old school Cleveland bands would come down to Dayton and we would trade shows and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I mean, the history and the legacy is there, you know. And, you know, for example, you know, like everybody knows the Local in Strongsville, and Kevin puts on amazing shows. But just last October, Dead Again, a Typo Negative tribute, and two original bands sold out Afterlife with 700 tickets. You know what I mean? And that show sold out in 20 minutes. And thankfully, we are playing that exact show this year. It's Conspiracy 216 and Dead Again at Afterlife. So shameless self-plug, make sure you get tickets for that. But, you know, I'm doing my best to try and talk to these club owners and all this stuff. I definitely want to shout out Jen Glick from Solid Gold. That, you know, Solid Gold has a very steady, you know, cover market. And Jen took the chance to let Conspiracy come in and do original shows. And we did a metal night at the end of last year, and that was one of like the 3 best, you know, selling shows that she had all of last year. So, you know, it's more and more people are kind of starting to see. And, you know, if you are that bar owner and you've got the same 4 cover bands playing the same 90s set or the same 80s set and all that stuff, and you want to draw in some fresh new faces, bring some of these original bands in, right? Because there are fantastic bands in this area that are just absolutely killing it. And
you're right. You're right. Hey, you know where I'd love to see you play? I'd love to see you do a metal show at Shooters.
Yeah, I mean, we would love it. I've seen Four Locos absolutely tear that place up, you know, last summer. So yeah, I mean, we're one of those bands, man. If you got a stage and 2 people that show up and a PA for us to play through, we'll play anywhere. You know what I mean? It's you got to get out there and take the rock and roll to the people. So, you know, if you guys want to see us in more bars, hit these clubs up on Facebook. You know, hit them up on their social media and let them know you want Conspiracy 216, and we'll come throw down for you.
I love shooters.
Yeah, I'd love shooters. Johnny, one last question. I just want, you know, shameless plug for Conspiracy is where can our listeners find your music? Where can they, you know, listen and hear to it, and where can they find your merchandise?
Our merchandise, you can go to conspiracy216.com. We've got a store. There's links there for all our music, and our new stuff is available everywhere, whether you're on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music. We just released a cover of Snap Your Finger, Snap Your Neck by Prong, and thankfully, you know, Tommy Victor from Prong loved the song, and he's been promoting it himself, which just, you know, blows me away, because that takes me back to being, you know, 13 years old and hearing that song for the first time, you know what I mean? But the numbers, especially off Apple Music, are going insane on that single. So, you know, just search Conspiracy 216 and you'll find us.
Man, send me that song as soon as you have it. I'll definitely get it on. We'll do a special drop for it.
Hell yeah, man!
I think I sent it to you, Jeff.
We'll do
Is
it
it
on a New Music Monday.
all I have from you is Snap Your Fingers. That was the
Yeah,
last.
that's what I'm talking about. Snap your finger, snap your neck. You got it.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That is great.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I got it. I played it. I played it on the Metal Revolution Hour.
Yeah,
with
Absolutely,
Robin,
my friend.
and we have a connection with Robin too. You know Robin, Rockin' Robin.
I've rocked many of sets with Robin at Solid Gold on Jam Night, and she's freaking amazing. I'm actually getting ready to do a thing. One more little plug. It's going to be called Johnny Rocker and Friends, where I'm going to be recording some covers and some originals with a lot of folks. And I think Robin and I are going to be doing a Def Leppard song.
Oh, nice.
Something that's been talked about. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Last time she was here, I took my telly out and I said to her, I go, we should write a song. And she's like, I've never written a song. And I go, that's happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, that should happen.
We also have, before I let you go, we also have another connection together, and that's Cindy Glowlecker. She makes your merchandise, correct?
Yep, she makes our merchandise, and she has had a major hand and opened a lot of doors for Conspiracy. Yep. And you know, she's a good, you know, family friend, and Cindy and her husband John are amazing people, and I'm just fortunate to have her in the Conspiracy 21 family, or Conspiracy 216 family.
We feel the same way about Outlaw Radio Nation. You know, she's done so much for us, like the banner. She makes our merchandise as well. And I'm wearing My Cleveland Project. This was made by Embroidery Wizard as well.
Absolutely. So
I gotta
bands, if you're looking for merch, hit up Cindy. She's fantastic.
You know, the Reverend's always looking for free merch, man.
Yeah, he is.
Well, there you go.
All right, Johnny.
I will represent. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I also, you know, shameless plug, I got to say thank you so much for talking about the Battle of the Bands. It's pretty awesome. It looks like you guys are doing really well in the voting, which means you guys got great fans voting for you, so that's awesome. I know I've been voting every day, and you're one of the bands I've been voting for. But I look forward to seeing you on July 26th. But thank you for promoting that the way you do. It's awesome, dude.
Absolutely, man. Anything we can do for a good cause. So love you guys, and thanks for having me.
And Johnny, just for you, since you came on the show tonight, I really love this cover by you, and I'm going to play it right now. This is Ace of Spades by Conspiracy 216.
All right, let's roll. Love it.
All right. Yeah, fantastic evening. God bless you, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Thank you.
know what it means to be lonesome. I know what it means to be blue. I know what it means to be lonesome in dreams when there ain't nobody there with you. My baby left me this morning as that clock was just striking 4. The sweet smiling face of my darling I may never see anymore. I know what it means to be lonesome. I know what it means to be blue. I know what it means to be lonesome in dreams when there ain't nobody there with you. I've cried since we parted. No one knows what I've gone through. I'd give all I own just to have you back home. I'm lonesome, so lonesome for you. I know what it means to be lonesome. I know what it means to be blue. I know what it means to be lonesome in dreams when there ain't nobody there with you.
They used to call them sins. But out here, we call them something else. Pattern survival. The things that never stopped hunting you. Pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, sloth. These aren't just words written in old books. They're the reasons people can't sleep at night. The reasons they keep running. The reasons they keep falling into the same dirt, expecting something new to grow. Seven weeks, 7 truths. And none of them are coming to comfort you. This is the altar and the dirt on Outlaw Radio Nation.
You know, tonight we have talked and we have laughed about brain rot.
Yeah.
We've gone down a few rabbit holes. We've talked about some 70 music trivia.
That was fun.
It was phenomenal.
We got to do it next week, too.
Yeah, I think so, too. Should we do 70s again or just something different?
Well, we should make it harder every time. So how about we go 90s?
Okay, 90s.
That'll be fun.
You know, we've talked about internet culture. We've even had some Stranger Things, people come on that they're fascinated with in the comments. On the surface, most of those conversations don't have much in common, do they?
No.
And tonight we're talking about, we're going to talk about envy, basically it's feeding someone else's life. But they all point to that one of those oldest struggles known to humanity of envy. And envy isn't just about wanting what somebody else has. It just isn't. It's allowing somebody else's life to become more interesting than your own. Really, that's what social media has perfected, isn't it?
Yeah, for
allowing
sure.
somebody else's life to become more interesting than your own. You talk about influencers, and people are getting rich just because they're an influencer.
People are basing their marriages and their relationships on social media, what others are doing and what their husbands or their wives aren't doing. That's why you have so many people cheating.
Well, absolutely. And it doesn't just entertain us, it invites us to compare, right? You know,
Yeah.
somebody has a better house, somebody has a better marriage, somebody has a better body.
Yep.
Usually it's filtered. Somebody has a better job. You know?
All right, can we just stop here for 1 second?
Just for a second.
Ladies, stop filtering. Stop making yourself look like you're 19 when you're 35 and 40. We don't care.
Or 62. Like, we just don't give a crap.
We don't care as men. You care about yourself, and that's why you're doing it, but you're putting on a mystique that's not real. And we see right through that, and men hate that.
You know what else?
That's all I have to say. I'm done.
See, you know, look, we go down rabbit hole.
I'm sorry.
I just squirrel.
Squirrel, man.
It just, you know, look, nobody in the history of the world has said, you know, if they had bigger eyelashes, that would be attractive.
I had a thought.
Like butterflies, man. Just like they got like these big moths, you know, on their friggin' face.
That's how it drives me crazy. It's those long nails.
That's
Ladies,
another one.
I'm sorry. This is very uncouth, but how do you wipe your ass? Come on now. It sickens me because I think that you get like
Can you imagine
fecal matter in your
the
nails?
bacteria underneath those
Gross.
nails? It's really nasty.
Gross. And you're touching your food with your hands and
Actually,
On the dark side.
that's the one.
How about I'll do this one too?
You have been banned, you loser. Now crawl back into your hole.
He's been on the news a lot.
He has, yeah.
He's talking about totally devastating Iran now and blowing them off the face of the earth.
Well, that's because,
Again.
somebody has more money.
If you're going to nuke them, just nuke them. Stop talking about it. Jeez.
It's because somebody has more money.
Yeah. Hey, man. I like the long eyelashes. I think they're sexy, but I just think of the adult industry every time I see a girl with them on.
It just.
Okay.
Should I continue?
Yes, please.
I mean, so crap. I've totally lost all. This is horrible. But I mean, it invites us to compare because, again, somebody does have a better body. Somebody has a better job. Somebody has more followers. Somebody has more money. Somebody looks happier. Somebody looks younger. Somebody looks like they've got it all figured out. Somebody looks younger because they're the fusty lug filtered themselves.
Vaults.
But yeah.
You're 72. There's no reason why you should look like you're 20.
Well,
Stop it.
And before long, you're going to be looking at somebody in a casket and you're going to go, that's not who that was, because they don't look anything like their picture. But your mind starts scrolling through a life, that you were never meant to live. That's kind of a brain rot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not because the internet broke your brain, but because, comparison has slowly stole your contentment.
Yes. But, it doesn't have to.
It doesn't. And the dirt is this, right? Envy rarely announces itself. It usually doesn't sound like, I wish they would fail. It doesn't usually sound like that. It actually kind of sounds a little bit more respectable, doesn't it?
They celebrate when you fail.
Well,
They love it.
Well, it's like, when they go, I wish I had that house. Or man, here's a good, I really wish I had that car.
Yeah, that's a big one. I wish I had that wife. My wife is nothing like her.
How the crap did he get her?
Yeah. Oh, she's a trophy wife.
Yeah, I mean, or she's a gold digger or whatever.
Yeah.
But, things like, I wonder why life worked out for them. I've done all the right things. Why not me? And the questions seem harmless enough, don't they? But But if you feed them long enough, what happens is it's no longer comparison, it becomes resentment. And resentment has a way of making you miss the blessings already sitting on your own front porch.
I had envy with my brother. They paid more attention to him.
Well, middle child thing. But I mean, think about how many people spend hours watching other people live? Watching influencers, watching celebrities, watching strangers, watching everyone else's highlight reel while neglecting that the story that your creator is still writing for your own life. I'm going to say that again. We are watching everyone else's highlight reel while we are neglecting the story that our creator is still writing in our own life.
Yes, we all have our own path.
That's envy. That's not admiration. It's abandoning your own journey because someone else's looks better from a distance,
The grass is always greener.
Well,
right?
The grass is always greener because you're not paying attention to your own dirt. Huh?
Oh, that was a good one.
But the altar is where all that changes.
I like how you tied that all in together with the
I
grass and the dirt. That
well,
was
it is,
fantastic.
but it becomes dirt because you're not paying attention to your own grass, your own lawn. It's never green around the other side. But this is where the altar changes things. The altar is where you stop asking, why don't I have their life? And it's where you start asking, what am I doing with mine?
It's like that joke about the neighbor that's nailing down the roof of the neighbor next door.
Yeah. You should tell that story.
No, we'll save it for another time.
We'll save it, okay. Well,
that's a great story.
But you know what? Here's something that I've learned.
Gotta keep it nailed down at home.
Well, yeah. But
you don't want your neighbor nailing it down for you.
Absolutely. I mean, here's something I've learned. Every person that you envy is carrying something that you can't see. They have their own burdens. And every smiling picture has a story behind it. Every filtered picture has a story behind it.
You're telling me.
Every successful person has scars.
Remember when I told you how that girl looked like a nose tackle for the NFL team? Her profile picture was hot, baby. She looked good.
It's because every filtered picture has a story behind it.
You're right. That's what made me think of that.
And you were talking about envy in your own family. Like every family has its struggles.
Sure.
Every marriage has hard conversations. Every life has chapters that they don't post online.
And parents don't get a book to tell them how to raise their children.
No, they don't. And here's the thing.
Right?
Here's the thing, though. Every life has chapters that isn't posted in social media.
Yeah.
Because comparison only works, and here's why. Because it's incomplete.
Reverend, do you think that envy is more prevalent now because of social media than it was prior to the boom of social media?
No, I don't. I think the difference is that we're just more aware of it. I think it's always gone on. It's always been here. It's one of the 7, habits that shape and form our lives, the 7 things that eat us alive. So it's always been here. It's like, think back, Vietnam War, right? We watched that unfold on TV. Now, was that war any different than any other war? I mean, it really wasn't. No. But it was broadcast live. Operation Enduring Freedom.
Live from Vietnam.
We've seen all these things live. So is it more prevalent? I don't think it's more prevalent. I think we're just more aware of it because it's in our face. And social media has really intensified this because you're comparing your whole story to someone else's carefully edited moments. They're not going to post on their social media like, oh my God, my husband's cheating on me, or I'm cheating on my husband. They're not going to post that because it's not going to benefit them. So their lives are carefully edited. What you're seeing on social media is not real. The news is carefully edited what you're seeing on the news is not complete.
Don't get me started about the news.
Well, but see, that's the thing. I mean, we can get angry about that, but the altar reminds us that the Creator has never asked us to live another person's story. The Creator has asked us, look, all He wants, He's asked us to be faithful with the one life that we've been given. And here's the thing. Tonight, maybe your story's taken turns that you never wanted. Maybe you've buried your dreams. Maybe you've lived through disappointments. Maybe you're carrying losses that nobody even knows about. And here's the thing. That's not failure. That's just life, baby. And life is not measured by how closely, your life is not measured by how closely it resembles somebody else's life.
Agreed.
It's measured by what you do with what you've been given.
Oh, definitely agree with that. That hits home.
So tonight, whether we're laughing about brain rot or remembering a soundtrack of the 70s or we're talking about the strange things that people chase looking for happiness, don't miss the deeper question. What are you feeding? Not feeling, feeding. Because if you keep feeding comparison, envy is going to grow. And if you keep feeding gratitude, peace grows. And here, you can't grow both. You have to choose. And so, maybe, maybe that's where freedom begins. Not where your life finally looks like someone else's, but when you stop needing your life to look like theirs. Because the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where somebody stayed long enough to water it. That's the dirt. The altar.
Excellent point.
The altar is where you finally put the watering can back in your own hands. When you're paying attention to somebody else's lawn, that's the dirt. So we want to be back where the watering can is in our own hands. And here's my closing thought. Maybe brain rot isn't new. Every generation has its distractions. In the 70s, it might have been disco, drugs, rock stars, right? Today, it's algorithms and endless scrolling. So the real question isn't what era are you living in? The real question is what's shaping your mind or stealing your attention and making you envy a life that isn't yours. That's the altar in the dirt for the night.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was excellent. I was thinking about something when you were at the very end. And I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but on one of these shows, I'm going to be talking about the freakouts of the 1950s. And the reason why I say that and why I was thinking about that is we're talking about doom scrolling. We're talking about envy. We're talking about all these things. And I know a little bit about this because I started researching it. In the 1950s, they were freaked out about nuclear war. The whole trying to protect yourself with bunkers and stuff had people freaked the F out, right? The other thing they freaked out about was computers. They thought when computers came into the scene, that was going to take all the jobs. And to a point, yes, it does. Ford became automated. GM lines were all automated. Everything was done by computers. It did take a lot of jobs.
Well, it did, and that was a lot of that was back in the 90s, where computers were really starting to take off. And you remember, then everybody freaked out about the whole Y2K thing.
Well, everybody freaked out about that too. And the point I'm trying to make is with AI, this is a natural progression of science and technology. It's only going to get weirder and weirder, Reverend. It's only going to get crazier.
I think you're right. I think it's going to completely get strange because I really think AI is a really
it's a good tool for certain things.
I think AI can be an incredible tool. Just like I don't think social media is evil. I think social media, all it is a tool. Now, how do you use that tool? AI is the same thing.
We have evil people in the world that are using social media. Not everybody's evil, but they're using it, and it's with great chaos. I mean, brain rot, coming up with weird words for things, and I mean, the war is brought to you live. I mean, you just have all this information in your face all the time.
It's just crazy how life has changed, you know? I really think it's crazy how life has changed. And, brother, you and I are old enough, and some of our listeners, some are old enough to... Dude, we went from... Do you remember 78 speed vinyl?
Yeah.
Not just most people remember 33 and 40.
That's crazy that you
know the 45s, but they don't remember 78. So you and I
78.
We have lived through 78 speed vinyl. We've lived through 8-track tapes. We've lived through cassette tapes.
My grandmother, when I went over her house, her record player was the old record players that you like spun, man. And its needle was huge. It was like a huge case. You lifted it up and then you winded it up. It's a trip, man.
You know, and then we had to take our entire music catalog and go from friggin' vinyl to 8-track. Then we had to go to cassette, and then we had to go to frickin' CDs. And now everything's got to be downloaded or streamed.
Don't forget the 8-tracks. And then you had the other 8-tracks. I can't remember what they called them.
Yeah.
Smaller ones.
Yeah. I forgot about those.
My friend's brother used to pick them up in his green Pinto. Ford Pinto.
Dude, we had a lime green Ford Pinto.
And
it was awesome.
They had an 8-track, and they were like listening to Hotel California on the 8-track.
Yeah, we had 2 cars. We had a lime green Pinto, and we had a tan Gremlin.
A Gremlin.
Oh dude. God. Which was awesome. And I think that AMC really missed the boat with that because they should have had a little Gremlin on the hood.
I'm surprised the DeLorean didn't do better. Or the Fiero. I haven't seen a Fiero in a long time. I would totally buy one.
I owned a 1984 Fiero GT.
I bet you were rocking that thing.
Oh, dude.
The Reverend sitting back. Wait, I got a picture for you guys.
Bro, I had...
Sitting back
in the day, dude.
Look at that girl, man.
Oh, dude, I had T-tops installed on it.
I'm sure you did.
So I had T-tops installed on it, which was...
I'm envious.
Frigging awesome. I got it from my Uncle Frank. I bought it off my Uncle Frank, and I drove that sucker until I bought a pickup truck, which I'll never buy another pickup truck again.
Stick shift?
And then it was a stick shift. And then my brother I gave it to my brother. I just gave it to him. And he beat that thing into the ground. But, man, it was awesome. It was quick. It handled great. And here's the thing. I was playing in this band back in the day with my good buddy Tommy DeCenzo and Johnny O, Mike Thorpe, Alan D'Entremont, and then ultimately Joe Rigg as well. So I'm playing it. So I had to haul my bass gear around. And back in the day, like, bass gear was big, man. Like, the bigger the
cabinets
was great. I had a 210 118 PV Black Widow cabinet. This thing was like 4.5 foot tall
and heavy, right? The head on the thing. No pun intended.
That wasn't even
the head.
No, that was just the no mushroom on that. It was just a cabinet, just a shaft. So I would put that in I'd put the seat back. You like that, huh?
It's a shaft.
So I would lean the seat back as far as it could go, and of course there was no back seat, but as far back as it would go, and then I would take this cabinet and put it in the passenger seat. Now, it was so big I wouldn't be able to see out the other side, and so then I would take my 2 bass guitars and my 6 bass rack unit, which had my head, my effects processor, my tuner, and my power supply all in there, right? And I would strap them on the deck, which was where the engine was because it was a mid-engine car.
Yeah.
On the back of the car to go to gigs and to go to rehearsal.
Because he didn't have a trunk.
I did not. Well, the trunk was no.
It was like this big.
You could fit one of these microphones in it. That was about it. But, dude, it was awesome.
I hope you have a big trunk because I'm about to put my bike in it.
Oh boy.
You have been banned, you loser.
So
Now crawl back into your hole.
The power of the dark side.
no offense, but I think we need to update a couple of those.
Yeah, you think so?
Those sound effects, especially the band one. It just doesn't seem to fit so much anymore. And no offense against
Which
the guy.
one? The band? Donald Trump?
The Donald Trump
I
one.
don't know if Donald.
I think we need to have him say something different these days.
I like this one. Yeah.
I'll be back.
I like that one.
I like that one a lot.
You want a new Donald Trump? Maybe we'll do a different voice.
You know what?
Somebody
Oh,
else.
dude, you know what would fit for some of the conversations we have? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to think of what's the name of the movie? Was it Commando with the girl from Who's the Boss?
I don't
Was
know
it
if I
that was
remember
that the movie? I think it was called Commando. And there's a scene where Radon Chong was in it.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, what happened to Sully? He goes, I let him go. Because Sully was like, hey, remember, you said you wouldn't kill me. He goes, I lied. And he drops him off the cliff. Remember that? I think that's not, I let him go. I think that would be very effective on the show.
Maybe we'll use that. We'll use that when we let people go from the show at the end of the interview.
Well, that one, or when we talk about Ms. Piggy.
Yeah. We should have an oink sound. Yeah, I have a good idea.
Dude, we could go to
I love Miss Piggy.
Dude, we could
She's
get
cute.
We could get the sound effect from Deliverance.
Let's bring her photo up again.
Squeal like a pig. Squeal like a pig.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a pretty mouth, boy. Squeal like a pig.
I mean, that would be a pretty good. Got a pretty mouth. Squeal like a pig. That would be a good one.
Here, I want to pull us off real quick and show everybody the picture again. Miss Piggy's got a nice rack. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm just not going to say anything. Hey, Jeff, do we
like
have...
it.
Can somebody give me a higher?
Do we have time to do that other bit that we were talking about doing, or should we just close it out? We're at 2.5 hours. It's up to you, man. What do you think? We might have a special bit we're talking.
Yeah, you guys want to do...
Or we could just do it next week.
We could do it next week. Next week, I think I'm going to do something different, though. Do you guys want to do kinks and fantasies? I don't think so, because look at all the people that are dropping off.
I know.
We're down to 4.
We're down to 4 now. We had like 13 or 14 people, and everybody's dropping off, so I think we should probably wrap it.
Yeah, we are going to wrap it up. But before we do that, I'm going to have the Reverend tell you about the Metal VIP contest.
Yeah, you guys...
That we have coming.
We've got this contest going on here at Outlaw Radio Nation. We're teaming up with the Battle of the Bands, man. Johnny talked about it. The Road to Revival Killer VIP giveaway from Outlaw Radio Nation. And one lucky winner is going to score 2, not two,
baby.
2 free tickets to the July 26th showdown at the House of Blues in Cleveland. And you get to hang out with Outlaw Radio Nation crew. You get to experience the event like a freaking rock star, man. And how do you enter? Well, I'll tell you what. You enter by going to outlawradionation.com / outlawradionation.com / But I'm telling you, sign up. Sign up. You never know. Sign up. If you haven't done it already, that's what you need to do. This is a charity event for Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, so it's really cool. The possibility of being able to hang out with the judges, Doug Aldrich, Vinny Appice, Tony Cavazzo, Dino Jalusic, Mark Kendall. Did I leave anybody else? Oh, no, I got Doug Aldrich. No, that was it.
Did you get all of them? Mark Kendall,
Doug Aldrich,
Vinny Appice,
Tony Cavazzo, Dino Jalusic.
Yeah, you're right.
I got them all.
Don't forget Kathy Rankin.
Oh, and Kathy Rankin. And if you have not done a search on Kathy Rankin, you need to Google Kathy Rankin.
Kathy, I saw you in fishnets, girl. I swear to God, I hope you wear those at the Battle of the Bands.
So that would be really hot.
Don't forget the fishnet contest.
But, I mean, it's just amazing, this contest. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed with how how many people have actually entered. I
our
expected a whole.
contest? Yeah, I expected
Yeah,
a whole
I
bunch of
expected a
people.
whole lot more, and really, there's not many people that have entered. So, that
I think
means
I'd
your
rather
chances
just-
are really high.
I think I'd rather just give it away than have Gibby win. Gibbs, what's up, bro?
So next week, when I come back, oh wait, before I do that, you know what I got to tell you? I got to tell you. Here's the thing. No PSA on Monday. No PSA this week on Monday.
Oh no, there's a PSA. I'm doing Bad Mondays.
Oh, you are going to do Monday tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know if Robin's going to be here or not, but you're welcome to.
Maybe I'll come down and do the PSA with you.
I told her I think she should not do it and rest her voice so she could get well for Saturday. I'd rather have her on Saturday than have her on Monday for the PSA.
That's true. That's true. Oh, you know what? I don't think I can make it tomorrow.
It's okay. I'm going to do it anyway.
But, okay, so we got PSA tomorrow, and then that's at 7. And then Thursday night, we have, with our paranormal chef, we have Matt Gucka. So that is an opportunity at 7 o'clock on Thursday. And then Saturday at 7 o'clock, we have the Metal Revolution with Rockin' Robin. And then Sunday, again, we will have the Reverend on the Outlaw Radio Nation show.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show.
And Jeff James, this guy, is going to be on all of them. So you get to hang with all the personalities. We get to, just bring it all out and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So please, and every time you go on one of these things after the show, I love all the interaction and the comments during the live chat. Those are amazing. Our numbers have been way up on chats. So we really appreciate it. And tonight is probably second to none. There's a lot of comments tonight.
It's the Mile High Club of chat numbers.
So I think it's awesome. But share it. Share it with your friends, and make sure when you share it that you mark that little public thing so that it's being shared publicly, so that people can find out that not just your friends, everybody can find out about it. You guys help us reach people that we would never reach. So you got to share it. Not only do you got to share it, leave a comment after the show's over when we repost it. Leave a comment there about what you thought about the show. That's how we get our reviews. We had a phenomenal review.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a fantastic
It
review.
really was, and we got 4.5 out of 5 stars on that review for tonight's show.
They've been reviewing us a lot.
That was for last week's show. 4.5 out of 5 stars. They really liked us. We did post it on our Facebook pages, so you get to see it there. But man, it has been amazing to just hang out. But next week
we bring Ozark Gypsy on at 8 o'clock for an interview.
That's going to be awesome. I like that guy a lot.
Should be pretty good. I got some pretty good questions for him. I've had him on before. We talked a lot about the Ozarks and the Dark Woods. And he's got a lot of background in some paranormal stuff, so that'll be fun.
Absolutely. I think that'd be outstanding.
And we'll do 90s trivia.
90s trivia next week.
Next week, I'll bring Kinks and Fantasies.
I like that.
Modern Love. Modern Love. Yes.
That would be, dude.
Ready?
Yes.
2, 3.
Modern Love.
That's great.
We should have done it.
David
in harmony,
Bowie.
But David Bowie, but that was
off the cuff.
That was off the cuff. You know who does a great David Bowie? Eric from The Unsatisfied.
Oh, very cool.
He does a great David Bowie.
I gotta hear it, man.
But and then of course we're gonna have the altar in dirt.
Yes.
And next week we're going to the number 5, the 5th 7 things that will eat you alive, the 7 deadly sins. The 7 habits that we have in our life. It's gluttony, and it's too much of what was never enough.
Gluttonous pigs.
Yeah, gluttonous pigs. So we're going to talk about gluttony. So I think that's going to be really, really cool. We're going to talk about that. And Jeff, I'm going to make a shameless plug for myself.
Go ahead.
The Reverend, I'm not just here on Outlaw Radio Nation. I am out there amongst the people, amongst the misfits and the underdogs. But what I am doing is I also have a Outlaw Grace. Outlaw Grace is what it's called. Now that's That's my ministry. That's what I do. That's where you can contact me. Outlaw Grace. The website is not yet up and running. It's going to be up and running in the next couple weeks.
While we're talking about that, I just want to bring this up. We talked about you having your own church. I know of several churches that you could preach at where you could do Outlaw Grace. And I think that's the future of the Reverend. I think not only doing the show with Outlaw and getting your message out this way, because even if you did get a church, you should still do this, because it's a great avenue to get your message out through social media, the evil media.
Well, and Jeff, I prefer... I've got this vision and this dream for what my Creator has called me to, and a lot of organized religious aren't quite there on board with me yet. They're figuring it out. I think I'm a tough nut to crack.
I think
it might be too much of my innuendos. I don't know.
There's a couple locations I know of that you can just rent the church as like a pastor or a reverend. I'm not sure how they do it. One's in Fairview Park. It's like an open door church where they just go in and they put on their own things. There's another one in Westlake that you would really be amazing at.
You know what I want to do?
This modern.
I want to find a bar.
That's cool too.
I want to find a bar, and we can do. Call it church, call it what you want. But we can get together for an hour a week.
Brunch with the Reverend.
Brunch with the Reverend, and or Grace on Tap.
Grace on Tap. That sounds amazing.
So do it in a bar, Grace on Tap, and then Outlaw Grace on Tap. And then what we can do is you can look. You want to get breakfast at this bar because they have a great kitchen. Fine, you get breakfast. You want to have a couple shots while we're hanging out, and you want to have a beer. You want to have a Coke or a coffee. That's cool too. But get together for an hour on a Sunday morning at 11 o'clock in the morning, right? And just get together for an hour to have a conversation. I don't want to call it church, but it's Outlaw Grace on Tap. But you can find Outlaw Grace. It's just Outlaw Grace. There's a really cool logo that says Outlaw Grace because there's a few of us on Facebook. And I have currently, I'm also doing the 7 habits, or the 7 things that eat you alive, the 7 deadly sins. And they're just a little bit different than what I do here. But you can find that. I have a blog. I post every day a new blog that you can read and check out. There's usually a cool image that goes along with it that, of course, I'm going to, AI makes my images for me.
It's a great tool. I use it for our images.
But I write a new blog every day. Outlaw Grace with RevRob.com.
Check it out, guys.
Is going to be coming soon. But just Outlaw Grace on Facebook. Check me out. So that's my shameless plug. But I've got probably 25 different blogs that I've written that's on there. And help me get followers, man. Come follow Outlaw Grace. If you're friends with me on Facebook, it's probably easy to find because I myself am a follower of Outlaw Grace.
Hey, Gibby's back on. I thought he was off, and when I made that joke about him, but he's actually on, and I think.
Oh no, he's on.
He's on. I thought you were leaving, Gibby, so that's why I did that joke.
So I think we have an incredible show lined up next week. But Jeff, thank you so much. I just got to say, thank you. Really, from the bottom of my heart, my gratitude is immense because you have given me a stage or a platform or quote unquote a pulpit to share and have conversations with people. And one of my favorite things to do is sit here and we do the altar in the dirt. And I know I prepare it, but the interaction that you and I have and the interaction that our listeners have, it's incredible. I go back and I read every comment.
It's no secret that I wanted to take my show in a more spiritual, godlike path. After Jim left, I decided that I really wanted to... I was starting to do it when Jim was on the show. But then I really wanted to do it. I think that's why people out there, we may have lost some listeners along the way because not everybody loves the Lord.
Let's
be honest.
Not everybody does. And I know the collar's a little intimidating, but it's also a bucket list for some people. I am the Anaconda King, But
That's funny.
But I'm just so grateful for the pulpit that you've given me, Jeff, and also for all the love and support that I get from our listeners. I've made new friends, being able to do this, and I just want people to understand that grace, I don't care what you believe in. The bottom line is you just got to believe in something, and something that's bigger than you, and there is grace available for everyone. So the bikers, the misfits, the underdogs, the weirdos,
The black sheep.
The black sheep, that there's a place for you at Outlaw Grace, and that's what I do. And that's, I don't have a location, a physical location where I can do it yet. So I'm doing it on social media. Jeff, you've been helping me. I appreciate it.
Outlaws, let's make that happen for you.
Outlaws, you've been doing it, so I really appreciate that. But I think, a church sometimes is just so intimidating. Most people are not going to go into church, but man, a lot of people will go into a bar.
All right, peeps out there, you guys know a lot of venues. A lot of bars. We all go out to them. Help Rob out. Send some his way. He's got a great idea. It's a great way to spread the Lord's love, the sword of the Lord. You like that? The Lord's sword.
I
don't know.
No, I like the sword of the Lord. I think
sword of the Lord.
I'm him making an AI picture.
Oh, I could already tell now.
The sword of the Lord. I'll send it to the undercover queen.
Oh, yeah.
Or Darling Nixie.
Darling Nixie.
One of the two. Anyways, that's just a little humor for you. But honestly, we can't tell you how much we love you guys, and we thank you so much for tuning in every week. Tonight, I think, was a phenomenal show.
It was excellent. Not one issue, man.
And I'm not, I know I'm biased.
Got the Bible on the table.
But maybe that's why, no visitors tonight.
No.
But
I had a little weird paranormal thing happened before you came over.
Oh, yeah? Do you want to share or no?
One of those muff covers for the microphone.
Oh, the muff cover.
The muff cover. I don't know what you call that thing. I like the muff cover.
I like the muff cover.
Girls?
I like the muff cover when it's off a whole lot better.
Yeah, I don't like a muffy cover.
No.
You can't get up close and in there.
Well, you can see that, I don't know if you can make that bigger so they can see your microphone better or my microphone better, but,
oh, yeah, let me do this.
There it is. There you go.
Right there.
It's right there. And we prefer it without the muff cover. In fact, we're just not really big fans of the muff, but
no.
we like it a little more naked, like this one.
Okay, ladies, we don't like when you screw with your profile picture. And we don't like a big muff.
Sometimes a nice landing strip so that when, I'm drunk, I know how to
find your way home.
There we go.
I've been ringing the doorbell for hours and nobody's coming. Hey, baby. That was a good one.
Can somebody give me a
yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Fantastic.
This is so hilarious. We're having fun.
We are.
2 hours and 45 minutes, bro.
Yeah, we got to go.
We got to go. We got 9 people in.
You have a place to attend after this show is over.
I think I do.
Yeah, people are waiting on you.
Well, one person's waiting on me to go to the living room, and another one has invited me to her living room.
I think I would pick the latter of the two.
I'm considering it, but I just don't know yet. She sent me a text, but of course, we're doing the podcast, so I just sent her a link. So I don't even know. She might be listening. I don't know. But we'll see what happens, I don't want to intimidate her going over like this, but I also don't want to overstimulate her going over like this.
You never know, man. You never know.
But I definitely could use some stimulation in my life.
Can't we all?
Always.
Isn't this nice, the big screen? Don't use this one too often.
Well, it is.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, guys, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, share amongst your friends. Enjoy the show. Leave a comment on YouTube afterwards, just like Rob said. I will see you guys Monday, 8 o'clock. I'm going to do a short PSA. I think I'll have Matt on. And
I might come on.
Maybe even the Rev will be here. I told Robin to take the night off. I want her to get her voice better than what mine is. And we're We're Outlaw Radio Nation. It's the Outlaw Radio Show. It's the flagship.
It's awesome. Like, share, subscribe.
Hell
Make
yeah.
sure you do all those things. And you know what? Much love, much peace, much gratitude, and may you always have great music.
All right. This is Mark Daly with Pieces featuring Emily Armstrong, and she's in Lincoln Park now.
Pretty amazing.
Followed by the Devil's Rodeo, Gonna Get You Drunk. We've been Outlaw Radio Show. Good night.
I thought I had it figured out. The love was just a game to play. When I met you, I found out my heart was just ashamed to be connected to me for making it lonely. Blaming every single person but myself. And then I saw your eyes.
I let my world go very dark. Felt the damage in my soul. That is when I learned to be alone. Wasted my days, blocked out the pain. I lost my love, my trust, and all control. Then I saw your eyes. Something happened. I felt happy more than I've ever felt before. No sign, no trace of the mess I made. It picked every piece of me off the floor.
Just when I thought the door had closed and had no key, you had found a lock inside me. Fading away, you found a way to look at me like nobody did before.
Right into my eyes. Something happened. I felt happy more than I've ever felt before. No sign, no trace of the mess I made. It picked every piece of me off the floor.
Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together.
Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together. Put me back together. Something happened. I felt happy more than I've ever felt before. No sign, no trace of the man
get messed up. Oh, yeah, gonna get drunk. Yeah, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Loading up my weed, I'm gonna head down south. I think this time I'm gonna really cash out. Going to California, sitting on the beach, pouring me a real tall drink. I said I'm gonna get drunk, yeah, gonna get messed up. Oh, yeah, gonna get drunk. Yeah, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk. Gonna get drunk, gonna get drunk.
I'll change my ways. Guess I'm gonna be going through hard times, baby.